part 3. So there's a lot on my mind today, but I wanted to focus on the mundane, the government things. So here we're sitting and we're waiting for the plan. And, you know, a lot of people are frustrated about whether there is a plan. And we're pretty close to the cliff, as it were. And some decisions have to be made. If there is a plan, many of us would like to see some inkling of it. And in particular, they're on the verge of taking over the country. This is a Marxist type deal. And as I said in the other part 2 of the video, this has to do with getting you to take tests. If you don't take the virus test, you will be put in quarantine. Why don't you just say concentration camp or in your house? Who knows how far they're going to take it. But just saying, well, you don't have it, then you have to have the vaccine. No, the vaccine is the beast. All right? It is filled with stuff, anything but a vaccine. They don't care. They're just going to shoot you with stuff. You don't know what it is. And it's probably why a lot of the kids are sick. So I'm gonna douse, and I'm gonna ask, is there a secret plan? All right? This is the plan everybody knows about, all right? I'm not going to go into it. So here's a plan. And all these things Trump is doing is part of a plan. And behind the scenes, there's greater things being done. Sometimes we see them. Now, Horowitz, when I doused it before he came out, I kept getting a -2. You know, everybody had great expectations for this man. But basically, he's a flunky. He's an insider. He's a senior executive services corps. You remember those guys who are superseded? They're put into the top positions. They're basically C students from B schools, but they have loyalty to the institution. So he's IG of the Justice Department, right? Yes. And the dowsing said it would be watered down, his report. But expectations what was everybody's expectations for this report? Like much higher, like a 4. All right, and a 4 would be a decent. Let me do this other one because I want to be consistent here. Okay, what was Horowitz's expectations? Everybody thought it would be a nice, strong report, and that would be a 5 on my scale, strong. But instead, he was reported to be at watered down -2. So Durham, what is he going to be? Durham is going to be, he's going to be an 8. He's going to be beyond expectations. So, and he's not writing a report. That's one major difference. So Horowitz's plan was to write a report and then make recommendations, and Durham is just going to prosecute. So that might be the 8. That's a very solid grade. So your expectations should be, we should reach it. But people are so deflated, they don't even expect this guy to come up. So is there a secret plan of the magnitude people are saying, like an alliance? Like, is there a plan? Go. That Trump is planning. Trump is following a plan. All right, pretty high. Is that more than a 9? How much? Okay, it's 95. How much does the public see of the plan so far? We don't see anything. We see 10% of the plan. Okay? So if that makes you feel any better that there is a plan, how much has been implemented behind the scenes? A lot of it. 75%. So we're into something. There's a hidden war behind the scenes. We can't see it. So, you know, I don't blame people saying, if there is a plan, I want to see it. But part of the plan is you're not going to see it. We don't want to freak people out how corrupt the system was. That's the argument. My dowsing will say, yes, there is a plan, and there's truth to that notion. And everything we see is nothing. We're not seeing what happened. But we'll see. How much are they going to be able to prevent corruption at the election. Yes, very strong, very strong. Is there a plan for this election coming up? Yes. To fight the corruption, to fight stuffing the ballot box. Have you noticed they the Democrats want 16-year-olds to vote and mail-in ballots. That's total stuffing the ballot box. And without the photo ID, like in Virginia, well, illegals can just walk up and vote. They don't even have to speak English. Yeah, just give it to me. I'm going to vote Democrat. Yeah, more Marxist. So we're at a critical point. This virus is at a critical. You can tell they had this plan a long time ago. They've been planning on this. They have all these guns they're bringing out. You know, the testing is the critical one. And in particular, the virus is not a serious virus. And I think that's their downfall. They needed a more serious virus than they got, because everyone's seeing that they're cheating on the death certificates. And this is happening around the world. So this is a worldwide event. And this is almost Lucifer's last stand. If I didn't have my spiritual aspect, I would be really depressed. You know, I would, looking at what's happening in front of me on the political landscape, the cultural. So how much did we? How much have the news channels changed? How much have they changed to be more fair in the last 2 years, to this point from 2 years ago? Not much, a little bit, 15%. Not much of a change, but it's starting to change a little. And ultimately, I think they're going down. And what's the probability that they just close down CNN and MSNBC? What if they just close it down for treason? There's a high probability there. Wow. I would say 80%. Show me the number, please. 86%. That's real high. So down the road, there might be serious charges against these people, and rightly so. And then all of a sudden, we have people with masks on and clipboards enforcing all sorts of draconian rules, trying to harass people on the streets. And that's where we're going. So wherever you live, you have to make these decisions yourself. You know, how you want to respond. And I think this is the moment where we're counted as humans. Because when you die and you get on the other side, they go, what did you do? Well, I didn't do anything because I was scared. You know, well, that doesn't go far enough. There's nothing else to do. You might as well tell these people with their mask on, you know, with the clipboards, you know, you're not testing me. You got the wrong guy. I got the Constitution. I know my rights. And it's, beside that, I'm willing to fight for my rights. And if you pursue this, I'm going to sue you personally. Find out your name. By the way, what is your name? So when I put it on the legal documents at the courthouse, you know, whatever, free will it, you know, let it go with the flow and see what you can come up with. But that's where we're at. They're getting, you know, they're giving this power out to enforce it, and start looking at how the governors are going to release the economy. They're going to have guidelines, you know, and it's not going to be freedom. It's going to be a clamp down. But let's see what they do. And I think that's the trade-off. And we might have to be more vocal if the guidelines are really draconian. I don't know how they're going to get the economy, but I did douse it. Let's do it one more time, all right? Let's do it with my trusty... as I said, I had some miracles this week, and I asked for them. So don't forget to invite divine will into your life and ask for a miracle, all right? You're allowed to. You have to ask. All right, here I am. Do you see it? There it is. Show me... what was my question? Will the economy get worse than it is now. So we're looking at the GDP today, which is like really high unemployment, more so than they're saying. The economy is like at a standstill. But I go out, there's people driving around. Everybody with a government job, they're getting their paycheck and stuff. They don't care. Okay, let's pick on the government people. Show me the economy. Is it going to go up or down? So when Trump starts initiating the turn on the economy, show me how it's going to go. And I have a chart in front of me. This chart is, on this side, it's all positive. On this side, is going to continue to go down and stalemate. Go. I have to go lower, sorry. It's out of your visual. Go. Over the next 3 months. So 3 months after Trump opens up, where does the economy go? It's going. It's promising. Okay. I'll go up and see if you can see it. It's about, I can't really see it. It's about 50%. Doesn't matter, 50, 60%. Let's call it 50 in 3 months. So we lost a chunk. Of that chunk we lost, we're going to regain 50 in 3 months. That sounds pretty good. But that's a huge recession, if not depression. 50% improvement. I mean, right now we're in the greatest depression ever if this continues, which the Democrats want. Oh, we have to go. Have you heard them? We have to go for 18 months. The country's dead. You're dead. We're all dead. Those are all death sentences. It's better to open up the economy and go with the risk. And I know I'm only one person, but my dowsing says this risk is minimal. We may lose another 600 people in the country. We've lost 600 so far. It's not tens of thousands. It's not hundreds of thousands. It's way down the list of fatalities in the United States. What is the highest? Heart attacks and overweight, obesity, drug addiction, suicide. Those are all higher than this. All right, this is a minor death rate, but they're misrepresenting it on the death certificate. Again, I'm just one person. I'm just dowsing. This is what I'm seeing from the energy of the dowsing. And I might be in a minority, but that's what they're doing. Bye-bye. I can't turn this off.